Get ready for a front row seat to the world of cinema. This is FK Bytes YouTube channel, your destination for thoughtful movie analysis and passionate reviews. Join us as we explore the magic that unfolds in every frame. The Season 1 finale of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters was full of surprises, like an unexpected Titan appearance that hinted at a totally different Season 2. The Monarch, Legacy of Monsters Season 1 finale had no shortage of major twists, including a surprising cameo from Kong himself. Wrapping up its 10-episode story, the season finale of Apple TV's MonsterVerse spin-off featured appearances from a total of 3 MonsterVerse titans. In addition to the final scene that showed off Kong, the episode featured a thrilling showdown between Godzilla and the MonsterVerse Ion Dragon. The battle between Godzilla and the Ion Dragon happened as a culmination of the Monarch, Legacy of Monsters character's journey to find Hiroshi Randa. Having figured out what Hiroshi was up to, Kurt Russell's Lee Shaw tried to continue what the former started, resulting in an unplanned excursion into the underground world for himself, Kate, and May. In doing so, they wound up sharing an unexpected rendezvous with Keiko Randa. In addition to this massive discovery, the group found an unlikely ally in Apex, whose role yielded a Kong cameo with huge Season 2 implications. The final scene of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters Episode 9 confirmed that in spite of the grim fate she appeared to receive in Episode 1's flashbacks, Keiko Randa is still alive. When she was shown falling through a hollow earth entrance after getting attacked by giant insects in 1959 Kazakhstan, it was understood that Keiko had died. As it turns out, Keiko passed safely through the hollow earth rift and landed in the underground world. From her perspective, she's been there on her own for 57 days. But due to the gravitational distortion warping spacetime in the subterranean world, Keiko hasn't experienced any aging. The way time works there allowed for some painful revelations for Keiko. She understands that she missed out on Hiroshi growing into an adult with his own family, not to mention the death of Bill Randa in Kong, Skull Island, which Shaw was only able to share vague details about in the episode. Adjusting to modern life, picking up on the developments at Monarch she missed, building relationships with Kate and Kentaro, and perhaps learning more about Bill Randa's fate could all be important story points for Season 2 to explore with Keiko. Based on an exchange with Keiko, the place explored in Monarch, Legacy of Monsters final 2 episodes isn't the hollow earth, even though it would be easy to believe otherwise. Explaining that she doesn't think it's the world of the Titans, Keiko describes it as a place between places. This indicates that it serves as a bridge between the surface and the hollow earth. It may be that the place that Kong and the HAV were seen briefly passing through on their way to the hollow earth world in Godzilla vs. Kong. Keiko calls this place Axis Mundi, which may become the official designation for this new corner of the Monsterverse. Axis Mundi being a pocket of the hollow earth or a place that exists just outside of it makes sense, considering that it seems to follow different rules. After all, there was no indication of time working differently in the hollow earth when the humans and Kong went there in Godzilla vs. Kong. As a show set in the cinematic world of Godzilla and Kong, it was only fitting for Monarch, Legacy of Monsters to end with a monster fight. It did just that when it pitted Godzilla against the Ion Dragon, the Titan that sunk the USS Lawton and inadvertently kickstarted Bill Randa's MonsterVerse journey. While the Ion Dragon was able to irritate Godzilla with its venomous spit, it wasn't much of a match for the King of the Monsters, whose brute strength and ferocity allowed him to overcome his opponent with relative ease. Godzilla defeated the Ion Dragon after a short struggle, but notably didn't execute a finishing blow. After tearing off a wing, Godzilla tossed the monster into the blue portal he had stepped through previously. It's possible that the Ion Dragon died of its wounds afterward, but that's not been confirmed. The Titan could have been sent elsewhere in the Monsterverse and survived its injuries. Of course, even if he's alive, the Ion Dragon may not be much of a threat to any Titan with just one wing and an inability to take flight. Similar to the Ion Dragon, Lee Shaw could have survived the finale as well. Sacrificing himself to ensure his friend's safety, Lee Shaw stepped into harm's way to make sure their vessel made it out of the underground world, and wasn't able to get back on board in time. The characters responded to what happened as if Shaw was gone for good, but without a body being shown, that can't be certain just yet. Having gotten swept into the blue portal, Shaw could have been transported somewhere, possibly even the Hollow Earth world. If that's what happened to the Ion Dragon, the two could potentially wind up in the same place in Monarch, Legacy of Monsters Season 2, while May, Shaw, Kate, and Keiko were busy trying to get back home. The characters on the surface were trying to figure out what to do next. Convinced that Kate and the others could still be alive, Tim and Kentaro turned to Monarch, but they wouldn't help. This prompted Tim to mention to Hiroshi that they weren't the only game in town. This foreshadowed the big twist in the finale's ending, which revealed that Apex came to their rescue. Using Hiroshi's research, they helped bring back Keiko, May, and Kate. Apex's motives for helping are hardly a mystery. Brenda Holland made it clear that learning more about Titan nervous systems is key to their plans. Apex obviously has a lot to gain from assisting the main characters, whose experiences underground can provide great insight into the Titans of the Monsterverse and the world they inhabit. Not only did the characters get a surprise when they found out they were aided by Brenda Holland's company, but they also found themselves on Skull Island, 2 years after they fell into the Hollow Earth entrance. Similar to the time lost by Keiko and Shaw in their respective incidents, the trio discovered that it's now 2017, 2 years before Ghidorah's emergence in Godzilla, King of the Monsters. This reveal was coupled with a cameo from Kong, who was shown traversing the island's jungle environment. Heading in this direction set up multiple plotlines for the series to explore next. Their presence on Skull Island paves the way for Kong to be crucial to Season 2. There was no expectation for Kong to play a big role in the show, but that should change going forward now that the core cast has been relocated to Skull Island. Whether they like it or not, they're now on Apex's side, making it likely they'll be spending a great deal of time in this location when the show returns. Not unlike how Godzilla cast a shadow on Season 1 and got into a monster battle in the finale, Kong is in a position to make sporadic appearances in Season 2 as the character's association with the Monsterverse Apex continues. In conjunction with its setup for Kong to have a big role, there's also the matter of Bill Randa's death. It's likely no coincidence that Randa's fate was alluded to in the same episode that brought the characters to Skull Island. Exactly what happened to Bill Randa, as shown in Kong, Skull Island, could finally be revealed to his family at length in Season 2, which could use additional flashbacks to reveal more about Randa's journey toward discovering its existence in 1973. Thank you for watching the full video. Join us for epic tales, intimate dramas, and thought-provoking masterpieces that resonate with our souls. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, so you never miss an opportunity to dive into the captivating world of cinema.